There's, yeah, in the Buddha, in one of the sutras, is very sick, and Ananda worries about him. He wants the Buddha to tell him what he can do for him to sort of alleviate just the discomfort. And the Buddha had a fever, and I've practiced this when I haven't felt well either, and bringing mindfulness into a body that is not well. That was the Buddha's instruction to Ananda. Leave me alone. I just want to practice mindfulness. Sati was his, and anapanasati, which is a different teaching on breathing, mindfulness of breathing, where he counts and all of that. Now, the Buddha doesn't really tell us specifically anywhere how, to my knowledge, how to deal with physical pain. But one of the ways that we've practiced, and what Jane and I were talking about, I think we did this last year or a couple of years ago, there are various practices designed to work with pain that are mindfulness based. So one is, I think Jane, you alluded to it, we call it floating pain, which is basically hanging out, acknowledging the pain, hanging out on the edges of it. And I think you used that word, Jane, edge, and not trying to do anything with it, not trying to facilitate it or change it, but just allow yourself to be mindfully present on the edges of the pain and see what is there, and just be open to what's there. And that's in tandem with the breath in and breath out. So that's what we call floating pain. And then there's a much more sort of direct practice around, I guess I call it clearing pain, which is breathing into the pain itself. So if it's located in a particular part of the body, you can just take a deep inhale right into the center of that discomfort. If it's the whole body, if it's sort of systemic, just breathe into the sensation of soreness or pain itself, and then see what feeling arises, what emotion is there. Yeah, because often the body is happy to convey, when we're open and we're listening, kind of a little more awareness about how we feel about the pain. So if there's punishment at the heart of the pain, if there's fear, I think Jane, you mentioned fear, if there's anger, there's always some feeling within the pain. Then the practice, it's sort of the opposite of Tonglen. You exhale, you breathe out in the form of smoke or dark cloud. You breathe out that feeling gently. You're not trying to get rid of it with force. You're allowing it, you're giving it permission to sort of to relinquish the grasping of that feeling, and visualize it leaving you on the exhale until it's just a small dot on the horizon. Watch it disappear. Breathe back into the pain and see what else comes up. Maybe it's the same feeling. Maybe it's a different feeling, but there are emotions there. And what we're doing is we're basically seeking to sort of clear the pain from the second arrow of suffering, and just allow it to be physical discomfort. That's the aim. It's not to get rid of the pain or try to fix it one way or another, but it's to clear it from second arrow suffering.